Welcome, planet, to Mind of a Musician, episode 19. So, I'm pretty excited because we just launched mindofamusician.com, and there, not only can you get the Wichita Local Bands Playlist Volume 1 on Spotify, but you can download it in MP3 in a compilation album format. So, if you go over there, there's a couple songs on the Spotify playlist that are not on the album, but you can download 16 songs from local Wichita artists and play them in your car and stuff like that. You can download the MP3 version of the compilation album for free if you sign up for the mailing list. And I promise I'm not going to spam you. I'm only collecting emails, so in the future when we release other compilation albums, I can email you those links for free. So, if you like the playlist, which I hope you do because there's some awesome local bands on there, then share it on Facebook. I'm going to post the links on the Mind of a Musician Facebook page so you can repost it. But let's tell everybody about the bands here because they're really talented. So today we're going to look at two artists, Dusty Grant and a band called Carrie Nation and the Speakeasy. So these are pretty popular bands here in Wichita. Dusty's a solo artist. Dusty's playing a bunch of shows in Wichita coming up, so if you like the song that we listened to today, you might think about checking him out live. So he's going to throw a CD release party for his Trapped Here EP at the Elbow Room on March 16th. If you missed that, he's also playing at the Shamrock Lounge on March 29th, and on March 30th he's playing at a place called The Fog in El Dorado. So lots of chances to catch Dusty live. I'm hoping to make it to that EP release show, so maybe I'll see you there. The song we're going to check out now is his brand new single, and it's called All the Good Times. I don't know if you've ever damaged a relationship or had a friendship just kind of go south, and you find yourself wondering, how did this relationship get so damaged? It was like not too long ago, we were happy, we were enjoying being together, hanging out, whatever. But then all of a sudden something happens and it's hard to remember when the relationship is damaged what it used to be like. And that's kind of what this song is about. Sometimes relationship experts say that when a marriage gets stale or they're having trouble, going through a rough patch, one thing that can kind of jumpstart things is to return to the activities that brought that couple together. So in my case, that would be like playing Super Nintendo Mario Kart or maybe making music together, stuff like that. And that's supposed to just kind of bring back new life, help you remember some of those good times. So let's check out this song. This is All the Good Times by Dusty Grant. Here we go.
And I hate the person I've become, but I promise I still care. And all those things I said that couldn't be undone, try my best to keep things fair. Why can't we remember all the good times? We fell so far and then we lost our minds. Why can't we remember all the good times? We fell so far and then we lost our minds. It took me so long just to find you. Now I'm standing right beside you. Why can't we remember all the good times? Remember all the good times. 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 We fall so far when we lose our minds.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed All the Good Times by Dusty Grant. There's a music video for this song, so if you check out YouTube, look up All the Good Times. It's also on Dusty's Facebook page. Alright, let's talk about this song a little bit. So the recording quality, first of all, is absolutely outstanding. This is top-notch recording quality for a local artist, or for anybody. It sounds really good. Now there's some things that he did in the recording process and production to just bring a little more interest to this song and make it a little bit more engaging, even though it's just an acoustic song. First of all, you've got some percussion here. I like that, and they add the shaker later on. There's some lead acoustic, like who plays lead on acoustic anymore? If you notice towards the end when he sings, "Remember All the Good Times," it echoes. And not just that, but the echo has a tape effect on it, just to make it sound a little bit different. And to me, that keeps my ear engaged and interested. And all these little changes, they're really subtle, but they bring the detail to this song to make it more engaging in an environment where like pop music is firing all these different sounds at you all the time. You've got to do something to keep our ADHD minds engaged and give us something new. Those are just some things that you can do as a songwriter to sweeten a song, make it more engaging for the listener. So let's take a listen to our second band. This is Carrie and the Speakeasy. The first time I saw this band live was a couple years ago playing in front of the Warren, like right downtown. And this guy had this really gravelly voice and their music was like 100 miles per hour. And they are self-described as a stagecoach in overdrive. That's how they describe their sound. So this is going to be really unique. I haven't had anything like this on the podcast yet. The song we're going to look at today is called All Men Created Equal, and it's from the band's 2018 concept album called Gnosis. Now, I'm a big fan of concept albums. I like taking an idea and writing, 10 songs about it to tell a big, long story. And this album is inspired by Hermetic philosophy and proto-truth. So let me just give you a statement from the band to further explain what this song is about. They say, "Death is the great equalizer, and existence is only a reflection of that. All stories, regardless of path, end up equal like water, gathering to the lowest point. We arise from nothing, we return to nothing, and in between those points can only be measured by one's search for knowledge, not their attainment of it." A lot of really interesting stuff to ponder there. So let's take a listen to this song, All Men Created Equal by Carrie and the Speakeasy.
created equal, and that's not how they will die. After all your earthly presence of reflections in the sky. Everything needs to begin. The sky will grow you again, my friend.
All right, I hope you enjoyed All Men Created Equal by Carrie Nation and the Speakeasy. It's from the album Gnosis. You can find it on Bandcamp. You can add the song to your Spotify playlist. So I hope you'll check that out, add them on Facebook. But let's take a closer look at the song. There's a lot of talent here. And yes, I can imagine like a wooden buggy on fire going 100 miles an hour while I'm listening to this song. That snare and the speed the band is playing, their talent level is very impressive. The banjo solo is just nuts. But as a guitar player myself, I noticed this guitar solo as being just really talented. You can hear the definition in the picking, and he's not using a lot of distortion, which to me just shows his talent. Because it's really easy to play fast and crazy when you're loading up on distortion, but it sounds to me like he's dialed that down. It's just a little bit of a crunch tone, and the definition in the picking is just very precise. So I think this band is very, very talented. When I saw them a couple years ago, they were really good live, so I would highly recommend checking them out. And they're one of the most popular bands that I know of in Wichita. And they also have a show coming up. It's at Barleycorns on March 9th. They're playing with Old News, and they're a band that was just on the podcast like a week or two ago. So I would recommend going to that show. It's at 9 p.m. at Barleycorns, March 9th. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like these bands, look them up on Facebook. Follow Mind of a Musician on Facebook because I'm going to keep putting out more episodes and free playlists and compilation albums so we can grow the local music community. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be getting a big stack of business cards that just have the playlist link on there and the compilation album so that I can pass those out to people and expose these bands' music to more people. So if you are in any way interested in helping me promote these bands and grow the local music scene, send me a message through Facebook because I would love to team up and see what we can do together. All right, make sure you check out mindofamusician.com. Check out ICT-radio.com. We're now part of the ICT Radio Network. So check them out because they are doing some really cool stuff in support of local music. So I will see you in a week with 2 more bands from Wichita artists. We'll see you next time.